Ann Arbor Island, North Hillsborough. I'm Charles Fisher. This is ZNS.
ZNS News is brought to you by the new BTC. Fiber is here. Faster, stronger, more reliable. Together, we are unstoppable. Switch today.
Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, the weekend edition. Tourism officials zero in on the driving force behind the country's record-breaking visitor arrival numbers. Millions of dollars owed in student loans. And coming up in sports, the Jesse Buckets Ferguson football program kicks off. The Bahamas tonight, the weekend edition, starts now. Good evening, everyone. I'm LaDawn Davis, sitting in for Desmond Saunders, and welcome to the broadcast. Minister of Health and Wellness, Dr. the Honorable Michael Darville, is stepping in as a nationwide nurses' sick-out continues. He assures that the overdue pay and systematic issues will be addressed immediately.
Frustrations and concerns regarding outstanding overtime pay. Let me make it very clear that I am a firm believer that once a worker has done overtime, they must be paid and paid in a timely fashion. Yes, many of you have gone beyond the call of duty to ensure that patient care continues at all of our healthcare facilities, and for that the country and those impacted are very grateful.
The health minister says measures are now in place to speed up payments and prevent future delays, aiming to restore trust and stability in the public health system. Bahamas Nurses Union President Muriel Lightbourne says more than 1,200 nurses are still owed overtime. Promotions remain incomplete, and difficult working conditions are leaving nurses stretched thin.
Yesterday, I toured the accident emergency at the Princess Margaret Hospital as well as other critical spaces. And despite the shortages we encounter, all of those impacted were very grateful. Since my PS and I was notified of this budgetary challenge with overtime pay, my ministry, by way of the Ministry of Finance, made the necessary supplemental funds available to the PHA. The processing of overtime pay is now ongoing, and I understand it will be done in a timely fashion.
The government is moving ahead with its plans to introduce paid mandatory paternity leave this year. Under the draft recommendations, paid paternity leave would be accessible once every 3 years, with fathers being entitled to 10 days paternity leave. Currently, fathers in the Bahamas are entitled to 1 week of unpaid paternity leave following 6 months of continuous employment. Here's the Minister of Labor and the Public Service, the Honorable Pia Glover Rule.
Absolutely on track. I'm very pleased to say that. This is an historic amendment to our labor legislation. Labor legislation in the Bahamas hasn't been amended for a generation, practically. So what we will see coming shortly, we are in our drafting phase of the legislation, which includes the Employment Act, the Industrial Relations Act, and from an internal perspective, general orders. Once this drafting is complete, it goes back to consultation, final consultation, so that the stakeholders see what will be presented.
Which becomes a reality for workers.
The livable wage process, once again, is managed by our National Tripartite Council, which is the government representatives, the union representatives that represent employees, and the employer confederations, until the government receives some recommendation or report or analysis from the NTC. That is where we are with it, awaiting any recommendation from the NTC on that.
A freeze in student scholarships tonight as millions of dollars in government loans remain unpaid by Bahamians who studied abroad at the public's expense. Tonight, the National Scholarship Authority confirms it is chasing down delinquent debt. Chair Robin Lyons says the agency has put new funding on hold until millions owed by former students are recovered.
I want to appeal to Bahamians who have benefited from the loan. The beautiful idea about the loan has always been that if we send you and you successfully complete, pay it back so we can send someone else. And it's sad that persons have benefited and have refused to pay back.
The Bahamas is making history. In 2025, a record-breaking 12.5 million visitors set foot on our shores, the highest number ever. Officials say it's a testament not just to strong leadership, but to a strategy that continues to showcase everything our country has to offer. And with expanded flights, new islands, and big plans on the horizon, the tourism boom shows no signs of slowing down.
We're going to continue to deploy many of the strategies that we've started before. The strategy is working, so we're not going to change it. We're going to enhance it.
It's a winning formula that's attracted a whopping 12.5 million tourists to our shores last year, the highest number recorded according to the Deputy Prime Minister and Tourism Investments and Aviation Minister, the Honorable Chester Cooper. Mr. Cooper says these record-breaking figures signals confidence in what our country has to offer. He later outlined some additional plans to keep tourism numbers trending upward.
We're going to continue to use technology. We're going to continue to work on our stopover business. We will continue the missions in many cities, some old and some new ones. Importantly, we're going to expand massively the amount of airlift that's coming to our country. At the same time, we want to encourage more accommodation spaces. This is why we encourage the short-term rentals with the Home Sweet Home program.
But after that, Cooper says promoting 16 islands of the Bahamas has been another driving force behind the uptick in visitor arrivals.
There's been an improvement in infrastructure, the Nassau Cruise Port, Celebration Key in Grand Bahama, the significant improvement in airlift. Importantly, our strategy promoting our 16-island destination, our lifetime campaign where we promote that we're not just one island, but we're a lifetime of them, has really resonated.
But that's not all, though. Cooper says improving the status and the quality of life for Bahamians by expanding airlift throughout our southern islands is also a major priority.
We're now taking airlift into Ragged Island. We're going into Rum Key. We're going into Stella Maris. We will continue to expand those routes. We'll continue to push traffic into all of the family islands. The last thing I want to tell you is this isn't about the numbers. Behind those numbers are the benefits to the people of the Bahamas.
The South Central Division of the Royal Bahamas Police Force hosted a community crime prevention symposium, giving residents and businesses simple, practical tips to stay safe. Chief Superintendent of Police Kristen Skippings reminded everyone most crimes happen when criminals see an easy opportunity, but taking basic precautions can make all the difference.
We've seen where persons are engaging with individuals online, with a view of purchasing iPhones, cell phones, other items, and then they decide that they're going to meet up with the seller in an area that may be poorly lit, an area that they're not familiar with. And so we want to provide them with tips and to let them know that if there is a transaction that you want to do with a buyer, we're asking you to kindly come into the station, sit down with us, and we want to make sure that we're there to ensure that whatever transaction you're making, it goes safely without any incident happening.
Skipping says this first symposium is just the beginning. The event at Edmund Moxie Community Center also included the Bahamas National Neighborhood Council, led by Chairman Jason Fitzgerald.
If every community would speak with the police, let them know what you are seeing in the community. If you see something, say something, because crime is everyone's business. Crime doesn't care about the color of your skin. It doesn't care what community you live in. It doesn't care about your nationality. It does not matter.
And still to come, Coral Harbor residents one step closer to flood relief. You're watching The Bahamas Tonight, the weekend edition.
Vibes is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the vibes back. At BTC, we understand your vibes because we live it. That's why we are dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You are at the heart of everything we do. Our commitment is to keep your vibes flowing, no matter what.
Guess what's back? Bigger, bolder, and trendier than ever. What's trending? Returns February 9th with fresh stories, big energy, and all the vibes you love. And yes, we're kicking it off with love. Join us Monday through Thursday at 6 p.m. on the ZNS network, because if it's trending, we're talking about it.
Hey y'all, what's up?
Hey, what's that?
What y'all getting?
Listen, I've been waiting to march down some lobster, yeah?
Hi, I'm Matthew. I will be you guys' waiter today. Can I take your order?
Oh, I've been chewing for some grouper tread.
Y'all see this?
See, this ain't gonna work.
Where the fish gone, though?
But how though?
Don't leave our children with no fish in their future. Protect our sea. Protect our way of life. Protect the Bahamas. To learn how you can help, find us on Facebook at Bahamas Protected. See the future.
Coral Harbor residents are one step closer to a multi-million-dollar government project aimed at tackling flooding in that community. On Wednesday, dozens attended the second town hall meeting held at the Defense Force Base to hear about the concerns. Works Minister, the Honorable Clay Sweeting, says the proposed $4.2 million system will not only manage storm runoff more effectively, but also lay the groundwork for tackling flooding issues across the island.
Tonight was an extensive overview after the consultants and Apex Pavers looked on what needed to be done to provide drainage solutions for Coral Harbor, which includes swales, lifting stations, as well as other drainage realities.
Residents like Cadrington Coley raised concerns about protecting the environment as a project is underway since November moves forward. Project engineer Francis Clark says every effort is being made to minimize environmental impact while delivering much-needed relief, with the work split into 3 phases.
The solution for this right now is to try to improve the drainage system by installing several drainage infrastructure like detention ponds, along with a mechanical system that will lift the water and discharge it into a water body.
I want to know, was the environmental impact assessment done about how the groundwater that's going to be pumped into Quarry Sound will affect the ecosystem of Quarry Sound?
In our initial town meeting, residents expressed a lot of anxiety over the flooding, but when they actually saw our plans and then we actually started construction, it was a lot of the attention just kind of dropped. So what they really wanted to see was that what our plans were going to be, and we presented that. So they appear to be fairly happy with what we have presented, and they're looking forward for this relief.
It's the awards night Atlantis employees look forward to every year. The Crystal Awards celebrates Atlantis' staff in leadership, management, and team spirit, celebrating those who go above and beyond to deliver top-notch guest experiences and exceptional service. Lloyd Allen sits down with a few of this year's nominees ahead of the big night.
For the millions of visitors to our shores every year, the Atlantis Resort continues to be a destination of choice. And in 2026, the Atlantis Crystal Awards is fast approaching. Among all the nominees, a common thread, the ability to give each guest that blow-away experience.
This year's Crystal Awards is reimagined. This is the Diamond Gala, so this is the pinnacle of the Crystal Awards.
Atlanta's Executive Director for People, Communications, and Culture, in charge of recognition, Brandon Major, says this year's theme, Diamonds Are Forever, comes double-fold.
We're trying to really show the nominees the experience because it took a long time for them to get here. This is a full-year experience. They got to avoid all the write-ups while having exceptional work ethic and work experience. The second is the rest of the team members. That's why we internally communicated so they could imagine themselves in this position.
The annual awards covers 3 main categories: leader, manager, as well as team member of the year. We spoke with some of the nominees about being selected.
My name is Natasha Lightburn. I work presently at the resort care team.
My name is Jonathan Lockhart. I'm the Associate Director of Learning and Development.
Hello, I'm Brian Forbes, a croupier at the one, the only, the Atlantis.
My nomination actually started last year. We were in the 4th quarter of 2025, and nominations for the Emerald Awards happened. I was one of those selected. 13 years working at Atlantis, all in finance. I've held several positions, and to now be in a leadership capacity, as well as to be nominated as one of the best leaders in Atlantis, means the world.
Passion for me looks like showing up to work no matter what. That whatever I'm going through personally, that I'm still able to show up as my best self and give my external guests or my candidates that Atlantis culture, that feeling.
Becoming the first brand ambassador at Atlantis and in the country for a hotel industry without being a celebrity, as a singer, football star, movie star, I think that I got one of the best jobs in the world.
It's been a journey. Originally, one of the places that I used to clean and operate and manage as a space cleaner is now my office.
Friday, February 13th is the big night at the Atlantis Grand Ballroom Convention Center, where the overall winners will be announced. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Lloyd Allen.
C.W. Sawyer Primary is turning the page on Literacy Week with February's Book of the Month, a fun, inspiring story about culture, respect, and migration. Kids and parents are getting in on the action with a colorful book shower, filling classroom libraries and sparking a love of reading for everyone. Principal of C.W. Sawyer Primary School is Tanya Farquharson.
A book for the month of February, which is Literacy Month. We are hyping the children and getting them excited about literacy. It is an awesome book that we will be sharing from preschool all the way to grade 6, including special education. Everyone gets involved with reading at C.W. Sawyer Primary School. We have an excellent reading program. We enforce the reading block daily in the morning. And our reading level has proven that reading is worth it. We are at 66% A to C at our reading level.
Don't go anywhere. Sports is up next.
Hi, I'm Brett Burrows, Vice President of Retail and Sales here at CBS Bahamas. When it comes to delivery, we've got you covered. For our Family Island customers, we offer complimentary drop-off to the mailboat of your choice. And for our Nassau customers, island-wide delivery is just $5, no matter how much or how little you may order. Shop online today at cbsbahamas.com.
Back at Little Caesars and good. Our popular Chicago-style pizza is back for a limited time only. Enjoy this delicious, thick, buttery crust pizza that's packed with layers of cheese, meats, and veggies for just $18. That inclusive. Now available at all 5 of our locations. Little Caesars, Oakville, Carmichael Road, East Street, Pineapple Plaza, Charles Saunders Highway, and 1 East Plaza.
Pizza. Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station. Open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to your Saturday evening sports check. I'm Eugene Stewart. Well, the Jesse Buckets Ferguson Youth Football Program kicking off this morning from the old Thomas A. Robinson Stadium grounds for boys and girls ages 10 and up. The program aimed at giving opportunities abroad in the sport in both recruitment and skill assessment. Curtis Newbold tells us more.
With persons we have made contact with in the U.S. coaches and other schools coming down to do camps in the future, it only serves that we should prepare these kids so when the coaches come down, they're not lost. and it shows a level of uniformity. And so that's why we're teaching them how to hop around, you know what I'm saying, the 15-yard shuttles, the strides, and so forth, the broad jumps, things that they will see when they do try for these schools or when they do work for these coaches.
The University of Tennessee at Chattanooga tight end says the initiative creates discipline on and off the field.
Football is really a dictatorship. That's one sport where there's no democracy. Coach word is final. And so it is our intention to take this into the community, into the urban renewal, the Pinewood, Nassau Village, and other areas, and get the game out there to where we can start having area football games on this field, Aaron Bailey Field, Donald Davis Field. And what it would do is allow that same discipline to transcend from here into their homes.
In softball action, the 9th annual Sam Haven Invitational Co-Ed Slow Pitch Softball Tournament getting underway this morning from the Bankers Blue Hill Field. Organizer and player Jason Clark tells us more.
We've had a lot of spirited competition, different teams winning it. This is the one event where we allow teams even outside of the Bankers Association to participate. Today we got 4 teams participating with CIBC, RBC, Scotiabank, Central Bank, 2 outside teams, the Gremlins and the Outsiders. So we'll be out here all day by the Bankers Field playing softball, looking for a great day of competition. Sam was an all-around athlete, man. He played soccer, he played baseball, he played softball, but more importantly, he served as a director in the Bankers Athletic Association, very pivotal in organizing all of the sporting events that we host annually. I mean, we have track and field, we've got golf, we've got softball as we have now, we've got bowling, we have a ton of events, and he was very instrumental in doing that for over 40 years, okay? And so on his passing, of course, we made the commitment to hold an annual softball tournament in his honor, and we've been able to do so for the most part. This is our 9th year doing so.
And earlier this week, the volleyball community mourning the tragic loss of decorated and dedicated libero Jamal Ferguson. Tonight, we hear from good friend and former national team player, Director of Sports, Kelsey Johnson-Sills.
Jamal, we weren't expecting that. Honestly speaking, you just played. He literally just played in August. He represented the country to the highest level. Jamal went from junior national, senior national, to CBC, and even to world qualifiers. Many don't even know that Jamal fought his way to a professional contract when those weren't even giving out easily. Jamal was a true warrior, a lover of volleyball. He was passionate. And I know people would say I'm not wrong. He was a perfectionist. I mean, Mali could pass the ball, Mali could set a ball, and I saw one picture when I went through his photos on Facebook. Jamal hand and chest was over the net when he hit the ball. That is incredible. Not too many people could do that. And to know that he was 5 foot nothing. Wow.
Jamal Ferguson was a long-standing member of the Bahamas men's national volleyball team, where he won a gold medal at the Caribbean Volleyball Championships in 2012. His most recent silver medal at the Caribbean Volleyball Championship, hosted right here in the capital last summer, and numerous Best Digger awards. And that's been your Saturday evening sports check. I'm Eugene Stewart. Enjoy your weekend.
At We Buy and Sell, we help you upgrade your home the smart way. From solar panels and solar lights to strong doors, storm-ready windows, tiles, mirrors, vanities, faucets, and more. Everything you need is right here under one roof. Great quality products, great price, and fast, friendly service every day. Visit us on Robinson Road or send us a message on WhatsApp 242-636-8412 or shop anytime at WBUSBahamas.com. We buy and sell. Upgrade your home today.
Every other Junkanoo group, they ask you, who are we? Listen to us. We tell you who we are, when we are in the morning, and it's best for you to move out the way.
He that wants all gets nothing but it. This is One Family Morning to show everybody Now that we could bring it to Bay Street. Get ready. One family is going to show y'all who is the best group in Junkanoo.
The war hawks are coming. The hawk's nest is open. And we hawking up ourselves in the morning.
Watch out. Don't look behind. Those coming in the back, the road's going to be dug up.
People will ride because they know the revenge is on Bay Street.
The Hidden Disabilities Sunflower is a globally recognized symbol for persons with invisible disabilities.
The sunflower lanyard made our journey less stressful, smoother, and more inclusive.
REACH is proud to support the Hidden Sunflower Scheme, which makes the invisible visible. So far, the Nassau Airport Authority and the Nassau Cruise Port are sunflower certified.
So if you see someone with a sunflower lanyard, always remember to be patient and ask if they need some help. Please be kind and always remember to show respect.
We wish to encourage more hotel operators with amenities such as water parks, restaurants, cinemas, government offices to join this initiative, making the Bahamas a more sunflower-friendly country.
Please feel free to reach out to the REACH office at 328-4123, or you can reach out to the National Commissions for Persons with Disabilities at 396-8700.
The music, the performance, and all the drama as we bring you highlights of the 2025 Boxing Day Junkanoo Parade. January 31st at 8 p.m. on the ZNS Television Network.
It's time now for a check on tonight's weather forecast. Diane Dorset joins us in studio with the latest temperatures. Good evening, Diane.
Before we take a look at current conditions, let's get into what's shaping our weather for the next few days. Now, I am sweatered up. It's cold, and that's due to a strong cold front that is pushing through the northwest Bahamas, and conditions will become increasingly hazardous later tonight through Monday. Winds are expected to gust at or above gale force. That means sustained winds of 39 miles per hour or more. So you'll find it more difficult to walk against the wind. Lots of movement in the trees, maybe some small branches broken. And behind the front, it will feel much colder than usual. Wind chill values. In short, that's how cold it feels, not how cold it actually is. That could drop into the 30s in the extreme northwest Bahamas, with 40s across much of the rest of the country. Now, this is unusually cold for us, so this is a system that we need to take seriously. Now, this evening outside of our studios, it's 70 degrees with mostly cloudy skies. Winds are in west-northwest at 15 miles per hour. Humidity is at 59% and pressure is standing at 29.83 inches or 1,010.3 millibars. Now, a quick check on temperatures around the Family Islands. As I mentioned, the cold front will have things cooler in the northwest Bahamas, with temperatures in the northwest Bahamas, Freeport City and Green Turtle Keys 62 degrees, Allenstown, Bimini 66, Bullocks Harbor 69, Marsh Harbor, Abaco 70 degrees, Fresh Creek, Central Andros 70 degrees, Camp Space, South Andros, Black Point, Exuma, and Rockstown, Eleuthera 74 degrees, Hopper Island 72, Arthurstown, Kid Island, Rumkeen, San Salvador, and Georgetown, Exuma 77 degrees, and for our southernmost islands, Ragged Island, Clarencetown, Crooked Island 79, Betsy Bay and Auckland 80 degrees, Matthewtown and Agua 79, and for the Turks and Caicos Islands 81 degrees. Now, turning to your boating forecast, and this is especially important for mariners as strong winds and rough seas can quickly become dangerous for small crafts. Now, for the northwest and the central Bahamas tonight, winds will be west to northwest at 20 to 30 knots, seas at 7 to 16 feet. A low tide will be at 12:41 in the morning, and small craft operators are advised to stay in port. For those in the southeast Bahamas tonight, winds will be west to northwest at 15 to 25 knots. Seas at 5 to 8 feet, and once again, small craft operators advised to stay in port. Now for all areas on Sunday, winds will be northwest at 20 to 30 knots, seas at 8 to 12 feet, a high tide at 7:06 a.m., low tide at 1:34 in the afternoon. Now, our satellite picture shows cloud cover increasing along and behind the cold front, and that's a clear sign that colder, unstable air is settling in across the islands. Tonight, you can expect a temperature of 66 degrees, winds gusting past 45 miles per hour, a shower in some spots this evening, but otherwise partly cloudy and cooler. And for tomorrow, very windy, some sun and areas of low clouds, and a cooler temperature of 57 degrees. Now, looking ahead to the extended forecast, this calls for very windy and cold conditions through Monday, with low clouds lingering into Tuesday. Now, those low clouds can keep temperatures feeling cool even during the daytime before things gradually begin to improve. This week, we see a high of 78 on Thursday, with lows dropping into the 50s. So tonight and tomorrow, you might want to stay home and bundle up, maybe find a good show or movie to watch. Mariners, once again, should limit activity on the water, and for everyone, please stay safe.
Thanks a lot, Diane, and that will end the Bahamas Tonight, the weekend edition. For all of us here at ZNS, I'm LaDawn Davis. Make it a great evening, everyone.
At the Sydney Poitier Bridge, I'm Kaylin Green. This is ZNS.